Hello guys, Pancakes here with a game of Capture the Flag on Favela. And this was recorded on my Dazzle, which means that this is a very old match. Um, yeah, just wanted to get some gameplay up. I'm pretty much what you consider, I guess, part-time YouTube commentator. I really don't have like any time anymore. And I'm going to get into that. And I've done this quite a bit, but this is official. This is the decision I have made, and it will not change, mainly because I have to pick a path and commit to it now. And that is I'm going to go for medical school. I'm going to try to become a doctor, which is it's a pretty tough decision, really. I mean, it's definitely a very difficult career path, and frankly, the 4 years of medical school, 1 year of internship, and years after that of residency and maybe even fellowship is pretty daunting. It's quite intimidating, but I mean, the way I figure is, you have to work for things that are really important in your life and really worth having, and so it's really what I'm doing now. And so, like I said before, I mean, Modern Warfare 2 videos, I don't know, and I can't make any promises as to whether or not I'm going to be able to keep them up once my current supply of them dries up. It's unfortunate. I mean, as much as I have my complaints about this game, I do enjoy doing these commentaries and trying to get some good gameplays up for you guys and for Machinima. But life has to take a priority, and that's kind of how it has to work out, unfortunately. But I do have a number of matches left over, and they should last a while, especially since I don't upload all that frequently anymore. But I'm just saying that I may very well not be able to record any more matches for Modern Warfare 2. Mainly because, I mean, it takes a lot of time to keep your skills sharp and to be able to record games like these where you go 40-3 or some of the ridiculous ratio. But, I mean, I'm going to try to keep up the Let's Plays at least. I do enjoy those, and they're not nearly as time-consuming. I mean, I just play through the game, have my hotbar on, cut it up, do some commentary. It's pretty nice, actually. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. I don't have to sit there trying to fish for a good match. So I might still do those when I have some free time, which isn't very often. I mean, for anybody here who's done pre-med, they know that you don't have much of a life. In fact, you don't have a life. It's a kind of a bummer, but it's kind of how it goes. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? Strategy? I don't know. I pretty much play this match like a team deathmatch, which people are going to give me crap about, but I don't really care. It's fun to play this way, and that's how I'm going to play. But I guess for typical capture the flag strategy, if you want to be a flag runner, you probably will be well off using marathon and lightweight, because that's pretty much the best combo to run quickly. I justify my role here as that guy who gets kill streak rewards and wreaks havoc on the enemy team, which is precisely what I will do in the second half of this match, as you will see. Don't listen to what the haters say. It is important to have that guy who is thinning out the enemy ranks and making the job easier for your team. I mean, it takes basic logic. It makes me really wonder sometimes how people don't get this. If there are 6 people on the enemy team, and you happen to kill 3 of them as they're running for the objective, that means at most there's only going to be 3 people left going for the objective. Now, I'm not any sort of genius or anything, but I'm just going to go on a whim and say that will make it easier for your team of 6 players to secure the objective. Maybe, like I said, I'm not a genius, and I might be way over my head here, but that's just kind of my thinking here. It is important to have somebody on your team, whether it be you or somebody else, who helps to clear out the enemy ranks, who helps to diminish the amount of enemies who you will be up against. It's only common sense. Now, that said, you can't have a whole team of people doing that, because then there won't be any objectives being done. But personally, and I'm trying to say this without coming off as cocky, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time when I play in a lobby, I'm usually the guy who's able to get the most kills, and the the best ratio. And so I usually feel that my team would be best suited if I were that guy who got all the kills. Well, not all the kills, but who went for the kills and tried to get chopper gunners and stuff like that, and pretty much just make the enemy team life hell. The first half of this match wasn't all that impressive, just 13-3, but the second half of the match I go 27-0, so hopefully that will make up for it, as you guys will see. And I submitted a match to Machinima like a month and a half ago when they haven't put it up yet. I'm going to contact them about that. It's a free-for-all game. Final score, I believe, was 30-2, so it's a pretty good match. And, of course, I will upload a trailer when that comes out. Alright, I don't really have really a whole lot more to say about this gameplay specifically. I mean, I think I've said pretty much all that there needs to be said about it, and I have about 5 minutes to go. So I'm going to go into some pancakes life lessons, and this is especially pertinent for those of you who are younger, say in elementary school, middle school, high school, and that is, these are the most important years of your life. They really are. I mean, I see so many people, in high school and now in college even. I see so many people where all they do is they go out every night, get drunk, party, come home. They don't go to class. They don't do, they don't really study all that much, and they make average to below average grades. Now, it seems all okay, when you're young and you don't really think about the impact that this is going to make, but I mean, I had to figure this out kind of the hard way, and that is, I mean, for me, the average grade point average to get into medical school is about a 3.7. Well, about a 3.6 to a 3.7. That is pretty hard to get, especially in pre-med classes. And for me, I mean, I'm not a horrible student, but in the first, I don't know, beginning of my college years, I kind of was unfocused myself, and now I'm really having to make up for it. I mean, I'm really kind of working my ass off, doing a lot of homework, doing a lot of studying, just making straight A's, and now I'm on the right track. But believe me, it's a lot harder to correct the problem than it is to just get it right from the beginning. And I had to learn this the hard way, and believe me, I mean, I'm going to have to keep this up for the next 3 years, and not looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. Now, for those of you who are younger in high school and college who, are still in that stage where they can, if they're going down the wrong path, where they can stop it before it gets too far. Really. I mean, you may not realize it now, but maybe when you're in college and you think, I kind of want to be a doctor, or something, a related profession that requires you to have been successful in your younger years. You don't want to close doors for yourself. You really don't. I mean, I know people, through my family and whatnot, who are older, in their 40s, and they'll look back and they say, I could have been a doctor, or I could have been an engineer, or whatever, but I wasn't focused. I messed around too much, and I really blew it. And it's unfortunate that it takes some people until they're, old enough that it's pretty damn difficult to go back and change it, that they have to look back and realize what they kind of did, and, how they sort of closed some doors through their actions when they were younger. And, for me, I almost went down that path, and I never drank, got drunk and did drugs or anything. I never did anything like that. I've always been against drugs and stuff like that, but just not being focused and not prioritizing, and I almost fell down that path myself, and now I'm working as hard as I can to get out of that hole. And I just want to warn you guys who are younger, don't even go down that hole. Trust me, it's not pretty down there, and even if it takes you 20 years to figure out your mistakes, by then it might be too late. So really, I mean, I'm speaking about this from experience. It's right now is the only opportunity you're really going to get sometimes in order to really achieve what you want to achieve. So don't blow it. You know, this commentary stuff, it's fun. It's a good hobby. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over your life and dictate who you are. I know some people that, you know, have kind of had that happen. Don't be one of those guys, you know. You got to keep it all in perspective. And other than that, final score 40-3. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys later.